Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon. Today let's cover the yet another feature of Spring Boot framework that is nothing but the actuators. So let us understand what is actuators first. So actuators are nothing but set of built-in endpoints to monitor and manage your applications. So these are the production ready features which is available in the Spring Boot framework so that everyone can use it very easily. So such as it exposes like health information, information about your application, logger information. It can give you a heap dump, it can give you a thread dump and metrics, lot of other things, or a number of other endpoints which is exposes, and it can be configured by the credentials and the roles what you want to do that with that respect to, because it is mostly used by the admin user only, because these endpoints will not be exposed to a normal user because it contains the most of the sensitive information about the application. So why we need this, how we used to do it before. So before we used to do a lot of customization to maintain all this information, or maybe a lot of tools being used to get these all information in the applications. But Spring Boot framework by default or built-in, it provides all this, at least more than a basic information, I would say. This all information is very useful when you are maintaining any application in the production environment, because maintaining in the production environment of any application is very much critical to any of the organization or user base, because you need to have the information like almost every minute information about your application, how it is performing, whether it is up, whether it is down, if down, why it is down, like what all other reasons. So a lot of things can be covered or maybe governed by these actuator endpoints, so that it can be used for your debugging and everything. Most of things it will be covered here, like it gives most of the information whichever is required for your application debugging as well as the application monitoring. So it exposes those endpoints via HTTP and JMX. So nowadays JMX is used less, Java management extension, so currently less used it is, but over the web HTTP it is exposes the other endpoints as well. And how do we use it in any application? Like just you need to have one dependency, that is like Spring Boot starter actuator, and the security as well, if you require to monitor through the security, username and password, all those things. But basically you need the actuator dependency for the any Spring Boot to avail these feature. So let us go into the configuration. So before let go into the configuration, I'll show you the dependency. You can see this is just like you can type actuator here, it will show the actuator. So it itself does that, supports a built-in endpoints that let you monitor and manage your application. So you just need to add this into your application. So how to create a Spring Boot project and everything I earlier explained in my previous projects, so you can just refer to that. It's very simple using a IO initializer, so you can just use that. So now let's go to my Spring Boot project. So I'm using my old Spring Boot Swagger configuration project. Just to extension to that, I'm just configuring few of the actuator endpoints into the application.yml of existing project. So mainly how do you configure it here? So these are the exposure to the actuators. Like I'm adding management.security enabled is false, because currently I'm not using any of the username password to expose these all things. It is allowed for everyone, so that's why I make it as a false. Depends upon your application. Generally you use it as a true in a production application, and you just configure your username and password here, so that it will only support to those users or allowed to those users who are eligible to. So now the endpoints, which is just another pattern here in the management. So through the web and the JMX, these are the type of the endpoints which are exposing. So now this is the important one, exposure. Here also you can see the exposure. I also include, I put it as a star. Star means star means it will allow everyone. It's like any regular expressions or anything, you just like tell that star means it allowed. So now I'm allowing all the endpoints exposed, so that I added as a include. Or else if you can only include few of the things which you want, like you can only include info, health, specifically you need to add whichever you want if you want to include specific ones. But currently for a testing or example purpose, I'm adding it as a star. So here also you can see JMX include, like I added everything here. And also you can specifically mention exclude endpoint as well. like environment, beans. See, these are the environments and beans. These are the most sensitive informations which generally you don't want to access to have other persons or anything. Those things, so generally you exclude these things because it will reveal your the infrastructure details or your the settings and everything. So it depends on what you want. You can just include or exclude based on that. You can just configure it. It's a very simple configuration. You can just configure it here in the application YML as well as application properties. You can just show it here. And now this is the one more endpoint I just wanted to show you guys. You can shut down the application through this endpoint. I just explicitly added here, but I suggest not to add it here in any of your production related application, because you can shut down your application through these endpoints. So just these are the basic thing which I exposed everything here. I'll just start my application. I'll show you how it works. So let's application start over it here. So this is the base path of how to you access all the endpoints related to the actuator endpoints. So you can see it here. It's a generic base path for all. So this is not a configuration. This is just to show you guys. I just added it here. Like, this is the base path how you exposes your endpoint. So application is started. Let me go. I just go to here and see. I just type it here. You can see the actuator. See. These are all the endpoints it is exposed. You can see the actuator, beans, everything. So just for a better readability purpose, I just added into a Notepad++. You can see it here. I just copied the same here and added it here. So you can see this is the actuator. These are the endpoints currently it is exposed for now. It has a more one. So you can see this is the beans. You can see just cache. You can see the cache one, health. You can see the info, you can see conditions. There are a lot of things. So you can see this is the nothing but it is added as a part of the endpoints. So you can see if you look at the beans, so this is the base path what you have. It is a base path, just it is an expansion of the beans here. So you can add it here as a beans. So you can just go through all over it. You can just, there is a lot of documentation available for that. I'll just show you one of them, like info. So this is the info endpoint. So where I configured this info, I'll show you my properties file. See, if you look at info, app and app name, I added this information. You can add any information. It is like based on your application details, you can add that information here. It will display. So any service or a microservice Spring Boot application, if you just access the info, you will be able to know what type of application it is and what it does exactly. So that is one of the endpoint as info. So another endpoint is like health. So you can just check this health. So it shows up because I'm running the application now. It is up now. So here, if you configured any databases or any third-party servers and everything, all the information will be shown here. Currently, I don't have any database setup or anything which is used by this application. So it is just showing as a up. So these are the some of the basic ones. I am just showing it to you guys here. You can see that hey, info, logger, thread and I just have those things. See, if it's a config properties, it will show all the config properties what is available. I'll just show you the shutdown because I'm just using a post one because of the post here. So if you look at now, my application is running. So if you look at, I'll just send it this one. See, now this message comes shutting down by. Now you see my application has stopped. So you can even shut down your application using these endpoints, but as I requested, this endpoint you should not use in your production application because you can just easily shut down your application, even though you can configure a lot of things over it, but I suggest not to use this shutdown through the endpoints. So this is the basic information I wanted to give about these actuators. So I am trying to cover one by one features of all the Spring Boot so that it will help you guys in the future videos where I'm going to cover more advanced Spring Boot or microservices architecture using Kubernetes, everything, all those things I'll go to one by one. So I just wanted to cover all the Spring Boot basic features so that you guys are aware these all basic things when I go into step ahead into a more advanced feature or advanced usage of these architecture or frameworks and everything. Thank you. Thanks a lot.